Hello and welcome to my channel. Hello, greetings. Hello, all of my friends, soul tribe, family. Welcome. I am working at the moment. You could probably hear my pencils going and I'm just chatting. I had a minute and I thought, yeah, I could do a quick podcast. I can talk. All of my podcasts are completely unscripted and completely unapologetically unfiltered. Don't give a fuck. This is my truth. And probably saw by the title of the video. I get asked this a lot actually because people want to ask me how I deal with it. And I'm going to tell you how I deal with it. The title of today's video is Haters. Yes, all of the haters out there. Oh, love it. I love my haters. I love it. If you don't have a hater, you're not doing something right. Yeah, and it's true. It's a real compliment. And when you can tweak the energy of hatred inwards to not into your heart, but use it as a motivator, you can feed off of their dark, dark energy. And it's intoxicating because out of all of the things that they could be doing, even right now, think about it. Out of all of the things that you could be doing with your time in the world right now, you're listening to me talk. Do you get it? Say no more. Your haters are your biggest fans. Yes, they are. They hate you because they ain't you. They study you, they watch you, they live off you, they feed off you, they need you because they have fuck all going on in their own life. They need an outside force to focus on because they're not focusing on their own life. That's why when I'm not interested in someone, when I can't be fucked with them, it's not a vibrational match, I will not engage with it. I don't talk about it. I don't bitch about it. I don't go there because I don't really care. I don't care. Everyone's entitled to live their life the way that they want to live it and do it how they should see fit. People will only see what they want to see. I can put a post up on my social media and have someone write into me, as I get quite often, this was life-changing. You've articulated something that I've never really been able to express. Thank you so much. Or you could get, this is dog shit. I hate it. I hate what you said. Both answers of which are completely true. Both responses are completely true. Because people can only see you from where they are. Okay, this is the one that we've got to get our head around. Okay, people can only meet you from the place and space within themselves where they love themselves and understand themselves. And that's why a lot of these haters that try and deconstruct you publicly to try and regain control and play these little power games, it's already weak because they're not lifting up their own game and doing the work in their own life. That's why they're focusing on you. And back in the day when I came onto YouTube a few years ago and I was making little tarot videos, you'd always get lots of thumbs downs straight away, thumbs down, thumbs down. I think YouTube's kind of changed it now, so you don't get thumbs downs, but which is fine. I actually like my thumbs downs. I miss it actually a little bit because it's kind of like, oh, because it's so interesting to me that someone, rather than put up an argument or disagree with what you've said or done, they'd rather just hate on it. But the key to understand about it is that most of the profiles that you will see where they hate on you online in the comments section is purely behind a faceless profile. They're hiding. They're hiding behind a faceless profile because they don't want you to see them. Because they're a coward. They're cowardly. Yeah, these keyboard warriors getting on their computers writing about something. Don't engage with it. My advice to my lovely friend who asked me the other day to do this video, she asked me, what do I do about it? I do nothing. Because it's all on them. What happens to a plant when it doesn't get watered? What happens to something when it doesn't get fed, when you don't feed energy to it? So a lot of people can actually twist and use that energy of a hater and project it into something that can fuel them. Because while they're talking smack about you, while they're talking about me and bitching about me like a little fucking little bitch behind your back, like a coward that they are, I'm working. While they're sleeping in, I'm up early on the treadmill. I'm up at 4:30 most mornings working on my dreams to build the world that I'm creating in my head and projecting that out into the outside world. I'm showing up and my focus is always on my journey and my story. I don't give a fuck about what other people are doing. I'm always focused on me and what I'm doing and what's going on in my life. I will talk to people from time to time. By the way, I don't have a lot of time. I can't be available 24/7. And I have no respect for people that are available 24/7 either, because it also shows me that they have fuck all going on in their life. You have to find your way, but your way is not piggybacking off other people. You have to carve your own journey. Everyone's journey is different. And no one can be you, and no one can be me. No one. People get to know bits of me from the videos that I do, and they'll kind of listen in from time to time and get a bit of a sense of what I'm talking about, and then they'll go on and listen to someone else, and that's cool. That's what people do. Okay? Talking about people, bitching about people behind their back, it's like high school. It's so unproductive. It's such a waste of time. It's embarrassing. Okay? This is why a lot of the spiritual world will not work with you if you do this, because it's already weak. Negative and toxic people will only try and pull you down because they hate themselves. If I'm not interested in someone and I don't vibrate, like it's not a match, it's not a fit, I don't feel like there's something there that they offer me or vice versa, I let them go with love. There's nothing more to say. Our energy is not a vibrational match, and you let them go. I don't have to be cruel about it. I don't have to be mean about it. They'll stalk me, as they usually do. I've got a lot of stalkers. As soon as I upload something, within seconds to minute, they're watching it. Seconds to minutes, they're pouncing on it like a like a fucking raptor. They just got to see what he's doing. What's he doing? What's he up to? This is high school stuff. The spiritual world will not interact with this. No. In order to get power, you need power. The spiritual world isn't interested, particularly if you're trying to connect with like a higher being out there and you're operating on such a low level. They will not engage with you. He will not engage with you. Okay? It's do the work, focus on your own life, stay in your own lane. That's why we live in a time space where people can deconstruct other people to try and gain social capital, or try and record something that they said, or try and twist something that they said to try and make it into something. It's deceitful. It's low vibe. Wouldn't you rather just work on your own power and work on your own journey? The haters are doing nothing with their own life. So they are jealous because they wish that they could be you. They are your biggest fans. Haters are your biggest fans. And that's what they do. And when they behave like this, they expose themselves. Yeah. And this is what it is. It's pathetic. And I know it's cliche, but that's exactly what it is. What happens to a plant when you don't give it water? It just fades away. Stay on your path. Stay focused. Do the work. And know that nothing's going to happen unless you make it happen. Nothing's going to happen for me unless I do the work and show up for myself every day. Because what will happen is the ones that do the work years and years later, it takes time. Eventually, they get to a destination that is so far removed from where other people could ever have gotten to that the haters and the gossips, they've got nothing left to talk about. I live in Australia, so we have a lot of the tall poppy syndrome, which is kind of a little bit like mud crabs in a bucket. If one crab gets a little bit higher than the other crabs try and pull it back down because it's like you can't, like, how come he's getting that? I should have that. How'd he get that? I want that. He ain't shit. I'm better than him. It's just, let me tell you something for free, right? The source of most unhappiness on this planet is comparison. It really is, comparing yourself to other people. It really is. Like, I don't even watch really any channels anymore. I used to watch a couple, but not so much anymore. I don't even watch other people. I don't watch other artists. I've got a few artists and podcasts that I listen to here and there while I'm working. By the way, I'm working right now, even as I'm talking. If you can multitask, you can do a lot better in life. But yeah, it's really about just getting the work done and focusing on your own lane, staying in your own lane. I like it. I actually have a lot of respect for people that just say, hey, I don't agree with this. But if they're not physically in my life and they're not a presence in my life, then why would I give that power? There's no truth in this, you see. So as an artist, I pull from a lot of different references. Like at the moment, I'm working on this book and it's about a mermaid and she gets caught in a net. And I'm trying to get all of like this kind of maritime, kind of aquatic references, wherever I can. When I go to the beach and I go to different places, I try and get netting pictures or crabs or shells. I'm always trying to pull things around me to bring into my kind of like into my arsenal, kind of like I've got all these, it's a little bit like I've got all these weapons on the wall and I choose which ones I use because I've taken the time to know how to use each one. And then when I need it, when that one's called, I pull that one off and I go with that. And sometimes I might not need that. And sometimes I need something else. So it's really just about getting a plan and working the plan. The ones that don't have a plan, they're focusing on other people's plans. And it's not going to go very well for them. It can't go far. Just excuse me while I sharpen this pencil. It can't go far because it's not rooted in truth. Yeah. And there's a lot of haters out there in like the spiritual community. There's a lot of haters in every type of community. You'll find more hatred in your community than you will outside of it. In the gay community, you'll find more hatred in its own little bubble than you will outside of the bubble. You'll find more bitterness and jealousy inside your own sphere. Yeah. Because a lot of the time the other spheres are just existing. They're just getting on with their life. They're getting on with stuff. And some people just create stories or they need drama. A lot of people need to live in a place of dysfunction, remember, dysfunction looks like function to dysfunction. So if I got someone to sit still in the car and we're just driving and we've got the music going and we've got everything to be grateful for, we're really in a good place today, we're going somewhere, we're doing something, that person will have to find something to talk about. That person will have to find some shit to stir up some fucking drama, stir up some shit talking about someone else, because they can't sit in silence. They are so used to dysfunction that just peaceful, happy moments must be contaminated with toxic mindset bullshit. And we all know people like this. We have to put up with it at high school. We have to put up with it in the workplace. Hence why I've been self-employed for a long time. And it's being self-employed, it's cost me everything. It's cost me, but at least I don't have to deal with mind game warfare, power play struggles with my boss, politics. My ultimate goal in life is I find a way to get out of the system, and I just get my house out in the country and I make art and I'm happy, I'm writing, I'm creating, and I live out what we have left of humanity. And I'd really love to find some love in my life, an equal, a being that is of higher or greater or equal value to me, that I feel is an equal partnership where we live for each other, or a community that's off the grid where we all look after each other. We may not have a lot of physical stuff, but as I've said before in my previous podcast, the physical stuff is part of the trap that will make you really unhappy. So if you're out there and you know you do it, and you know that you do, you know it, you're better than this, come on. You don't need to go and shit all over someone else's work. By the way, I never talk about other artists' work. I never talk about other people's work, because I know what it takes to make work. I know what it takes to do the work, to shut your fucking mouth, be in silence, and work through all of the problem solvings that it takes to create something. You're doing it. That's amazing. If you are making something from your heart that you've made, that's incredible. Who would I be to come along and deconstruct that? If I was happy with myself, I wouldn't need to do that. I wouldn't need to. So just do you, find your path. Obviously the spiritual path, my path is different. Everyone's path is different. And that's okay. But we don't need to pull each other down. This is not the way. It only shows cowardliness. It only shows lack of self-awareness. It only shows lack of self-love. And it's pathetic. Also, passive-aggressive comments where we try and plant a seed in someone's head to try and throw them off balance. Yeah. Doesn't work on me. But I find it cute, and it just makes me smile. Way too advanced for that shit. The artists that are making work, the creators out there that are actually doing the work, we don't have time to talk about other people's work. To be honest, we don't really even have time to review other people's work, because that's not what an artist does. We are busy creating work, not deconstructing or criticizing someone else's work. We're focusing on our path. And when it comes to the spiritual world, everyone's path is different. Everyone's path is different. And the ones that are really out there doing it, they're doing it. So I would just say, just get on with it and just do your thing. And people are going to not like it, and that's cool. People are going to hate it, and that's cool. But just just do it. Just get on with it. Do the work, show up for yourself. Keep punching, keep walking, keep climbing. Don't stop, okay? Don't stop. And that's the challenge. Don't let any bitterness or other people's hatred of themselves creep into your heart. Yeah. Find sympathy for them. Yeah. Find sympathy. There's sympathy there. Also, passive aggressive doesn't work either. Don't do passive aggressive. Do aggressive aggressive. All right. So I'll leave it here, but this is my thoughts on it. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I've hit a lot of different points in it. I have to get back to work. I'm on holiday at the moment. I'm just having a little bit of a break, but of course I can't help myself. I brought my work with me, so I'm still working. I'm never stopping. I'm always like, my brain's always exploding with ideas. I'm trying to document stuff, diarize things, and make mental notes and stuff like that. But yes, it's sometimes it's hard to shut down the brain. I am having a good time here at the moment, so thank you for people that have messaged me. I'm just enjoying being out in nature and getting away from the fuckery of the city. Yeah, and this is my thoughts on haters. Little poor little troll under a bridge. All right, lots of love and be well on your journey. Shine. Shine. Shakti. Shakti.